Good day to the entire Youth Impact Movement community. Today we are here the 31st time for the 31st edition of the Virtual Leadership Seminar, an initiative to bring exposure to your doorstep. So we just want to start with some short prayers and then we begin the entire session. Let's pray. Almighty God, we humbly beseech thee to do us a favor upon this movement as we start that he might be filled with knowledge and wisdom to share with us for today's session. And we call for our participants watching now and in the future to also understand and pick the thing from this session. Colleagues, and Jesus, amen. Of the Youth Impact Movement Virtual Leadership Seminar. This is a seminar that we started back at January 2022 with the first speaker being Honorable Eric Edem Adbana, who is currently the Member of Parliament for Ketu North. And today we are having the 31st edition, and our guest speaker is no other person than a young, vibrant content creator, or should I say, a digital influencer who is a youth development advocate and founder of Groomers Hub, Mr. Richard K. Amenyah. Today he's here to speak on the topic of building a personal brand on LinkedIn for youth impact. And as you may know, the use of today think LinkedIn is only for job. And they will come and write some plenty profiles over the kinetic, psychological, firstborn this thing, and then all those stuff that does not even make any sense. But today, Mr. Richard is here for the purposes of helping us do these things properly. I'm sure some of you listening do not even have LinkedIn. If you don't have LinkedIn, go and install it with immediate effect so that you can benefit from this wisdom to be shared with you. Because LinkedIn is a growing digital and intellectual economy in community. And you have to fully harness from the opportunities LinkedIn presents to you in this digital age. In the 21st century, 21st century, we are not yet, we are not yet there. 21st century, the digital marketing and digital community is at our it's available for us every time. We are always on TikTok. Please go and download LinkedIn. At least me, I have a LinkedIn profile. What about you? So today, Mr. Richard is going to give us all the hints and bumps about how to make it on LinkedIn. And maybe I have like 10 questions already waiting for him before he starts. By the time he's done, it will be 25 questions. So I'm ready for him. So once again, I'm Jones Amegashie-Viglo, the Executive Director of Youth Impact Movement and your host. And we'll now move, and very soon we'll hear our guest speaker speak to us. So Mr. Richard Amenyah is a very passionate young man who from his days at the Technical University had always been yearning for leadership. He has gone through the ranks and got elected as the first organizing secretary for whole Technical University SRC. He has equally been part of Youth Impact Parliament in the lower chamber as a member of parliament before he is now in the Senate. And he is equally even in a committee that is in favor of what he's doing today. So we are much excited to listen to him. Colleagues, I present to you your guest speaker, Mr. Richard K. Amenyah, guest speaker, your audience. Please, you may now proceed with your presentation.
Uh, okay. Thank you very much, Mr. President, Honorable Jones Amegashie-Viglo, that's the President of the Senate. Honorable colleagues, thank you very much for the opportunity to be the one to lead this session today. You know, the first thing that crossed my mind when I saw the flyer was like, hey, it's you and your colleagues. So what are you going to tell them? Like, what do you have to say? Because sometimes one thing I've realized while growing up is that we most times undermine our own colleagues, especially the ones we grew up with. Those same people elsewhere are doing very well. They are impacting lives, they are changing lives, they are doing tremendous things. But because they are closer to us, they are our friends, they are our brothers, we live in the same house. We all sit on the for the youth to continue learning day in, day out. And until you die, you should continue learning. So thank you very much for the opportunity. And, and I must say, the links youth members of parliament or as leaders in our own right or as young individuals who are passionate about leadership wherever we find ourselves. So that I don't talk plenty, let me just delve into what we are here to do today. So this is the introduction, and I will start by saying this. Imagine connecting with a global network of opportunities, influencers, and change makers, all at your fingertips on your smart social media platforms. Welcome to LinkedIn, the platform where personal brands are forged and youth impact is amplified. You know, as youth leaders, today we are opening the doors of secrets to building a personal brand that propels you to greatness. Fellow youth leaders, today we will talk about how you present yourself on the social media. It can change your game of how you communicate on the media. It can change your game of how you communicate the impact that you are causing in your various rights. And that is building a personal brand on LinkedIn. Let's do a bit of history as far as LinkedIn is concerned. And if you're already watching, I think you can see the presentation. And LinkedIn was founded by Reid Hoffman, and these are the other people that are with him. And those of you who have already heard about LinkedIn, mostly the first time I heard about it, it was because they were talking about jobs. And the person said, if you want jobs, and someone as young as 28 years is having three masters, someone less than 30 years is having two doctorates. And I'm like, what am I doing with my life? You know, so that pressure was real. So for about 2, 3 years on that platform, I wasn't doing anything. I was just observing people celebrate and all that. And I'm very sure you may have also heard about LinkedIn because of jobs. Because mostly when you talk to someone about jobs and the person knows about social media platforms, they will tell you, go to LinkedIn. But LinkedIn has grown beyond giving people the opportunity for jobs. The initial to create a platform where individuals can share their CV their experiences, their qualifications with job owners. And we are in an era where it has grown beyond that period. It has grown beyond that time. Now, job owners are not just interested in looking at your CV. They are not just interested in looking at the fact that you've held this position before. They want to see whether you are a team player or not. They want to see how best you can communicate the impact you've been causing. They want to see the experiences you've gathered as far as your field is concerned. They want to see your expertise. That is what they are looking for. So the platform has transformed from being a place where you can post only about your achievements, your qualification, your CV, whatever, to a platform where you can now share your personal expertise, the field you find yourself in. You can share insights, you can share information that will benefit the growth of others. So if you go to the platform, you will see that there are a lot of people that are experts in their own right. Just a few days ago, I saw a colleague on Facebook, and he mentioned that he tagged LinkedIn, and he said the platform that can give people pressure, and it looks like everybody is an expert in something. And they meant it in a way that sounds hilarious, and they were all laughing and all that. But it brought to my attention that most of the people there that we engage with are all experts in their own right, just like us. If you studied procurement in school, it means that you have expertise in the field of procurement. If you read more, you will know more than someone who was just in the class. And you can share to people about procurement. That means that you have expertise to share on it. If you studied marketing, you can communicate to a group of people who never studied marketing, explain marketing to the barest minimum for their understanding, and they will understand that, oh, this is what marketing is about. You have an expert. You are an expert and you have expertise in that field. So I realize almost everyone on the platform now, because of what they've studied and how knowledgeable and how wide they've been able to read, they have an information for everyone. That is what the platform has grown to become now. And currently, we have over 700 million members worldwide on that platform. And these 700 members on that platform include CEOs, founders, co-founders, and what have you. You can meet anybody at all on that platform. So why are we talking about LinkedIn? Why have we chosen to speak about LinkedIn and not any other platform, or not any other social media platform? And I will say that whatever we are discussing here regarding LinkedIn, you can apply the same principle to your social media platforms. As far as your Facebook is concerned, you can apply the same principle. As far as those of you using TikTok, as far as it is concerned, you can apply the same principle. As far as your Twitter is concerned, your X is concerned, you can apply the same principle towards it. So why LinkedIn? It's where opportunities meet preparation. If you are very active on LinkedIn, or those of you who have used LinkedIn before, you will know that if job opportunities are available, there are settings that you can do and put yourself ahead that anytime there are job opportunities available, you get notified by the platform that, oh, so and so company is hiring. And because you have an experience in this field, you have interest in this field, you can apply for that opportunity. That is what LinkedIn does. So that is where opportunities meet preparation. Because if you have the expertise, that means you are prepared. Then when opportunities come, they meet. And mostly we say when opportunities meet preparation, success is inevitable. Doing well is inevitable. And as youth leaders, you have a unique voice. You have a unique voice, and you must use it to shape conversations, showcase impact, and connect with like-minded change makers. And what I mean by this is we are all youth leaders, and you have a voice. Whatever you are doing will change someone's life. Whatever you are doing will change your personal life. Whatever you are doing will affect someone in one way or the other, negatively or positively, depending on whatever you do as a leader. And that voice that you have shape conversations. And when you do something, the impact that it causes has to be showcased. And at the same time, while you grow, there's a popular saying: if you want to go far, you go with others. But if you want to go fast, you go alone and you get tired on the way and you have no one to help you to get wherever you are going to. So if you want to grow as a youth leader or as a young person, you need like-minded people. That is why there's this popular saying that show me your friends and I'll tell you your character. It also just means that when you show the people that are around you, we can tell the kind of personality, we can tell the kind of person, we can tell the kind of things or persons you associate yourself with. So, as growing leaders, it is paramount to connect with like-minded change makers, like-minded individuals that will fuel your growth. Because sometimes you need to share ideas on what to do and what not to do and all that. And also, it's a professional platform to drive meaningful discussions, connections, and build personal value dashboard. Connections is a popular term in Ghana that Ghana is now who you know. And I submit to you that now we have moved beyond Ghana is who you know. It is now who you know and who knows you. That is how it is now. It is no more just who you know. Because we all know the president of Ghana, but he doesn't know you or he doesn't know us. He knows some people, but and we all know, let me say, we all know the interior minister. We all know the voter regional minister. We all know the whole municipal member of whole central member of parliament. But he doesn't know a lot of us. Do you get it? So we know them, but they don't know us. So it is now who you know and who knows you. If you know whether they don't know you, they forget. And how do you get to connect with individuals who are change makers and all that? This is where the professional platform like LinkedIn comes in, because it's a place where you share your insight, you share your expertise. And while you are doing that, you educate people. You meet other people who are also equally sharing good insights from their field. You connect with them. And I bet you the people you see around you now in the next 10 years will be the next big CEOs, will be the next big ministers, will be the big individuals around that you see. So never despise the small beginnings of anyone. Now, your personal brand. This is what I have to tell you. It is how others perceive your skills, talents, qualification, and it reflects your professional values and work ethics. It is how others perceive your skills, talent, and qualifications, and it reflects your professional values and work ethics. What makes you stand out? You can find what makes you stand out by identifying your strengths, your passions, your values, and this is where your superpower is. And if you know where your superpower is as an individual, you should do anything possible to own it, because that is what makes you unique. That is what makes you who you are. When someone says, "Hey, I don't know what I just like about you. I just like you," it is your superpower. It is your identity. It is your strength. It is your passion. It is your values. That's what they see, and that's what they like. And you should know, personal branding goes beyond our clothes. It goes beyond what we wear. It goes beyond how you dress. It goes beyond your fashion sense. And this is how he put it. Personal branding is the sum communication of you. Some communication of you. Your personal brand is not just your profile picture. It is not just your logo, not your fashion sense, or not just your LinkedIn headline. It is the full message your profile keeps sending to anyone that comes across it. Not just on LinkedIn. When you're on Facebook, if anybody comes across your account on Facebook, when they click on it and they look through your profile, whatever you've communicated there, whatever you shared there, whatever you've engaged in there, it's a message you are sending to people that comes across your profile, because these people may never meet you in person. may never have the opportunity to see you until you even buy and leave this earth. But whatever you put out there is a communication of you that they get to experience. And the social media is a global platform, it's a global CV, it's a global stage. So whatever you share there, when people come across it, it's the communication of you that is there. It is how you communicate who you are, what you value, what you know, how you show up, and how people experience you. Whatever you communicate on social media, after some time, reflect who you really are, what you are made of. People mostly say, oh, social media is just for fun. Is we just say our mind, you just share whatever you want to share, flow, be happy. But I bet to submit to you that you can't run away from whatever you share, whatever you do. Something that you keep sharing for a very longer period of time becomes you. Whatever you keep engaging in, whatever conversations you keep engaging in for a very long time becomes part and parcel of you. Unknowingly. Unknowingly. So that is where you get to share who you are, your value, what you are worth, what you know. That is where you share it because you don't meet the people on those platforms anywhere. So you share it there. And those who get to come across it get to learn from you. And they know that, oh, so and so person knows this, knows that, and knows this. Now, this is something that we have as myths about personal branding. You know, every industry has their myth. Everything we do has myth. There are always misconceptions. There are always myths. There are always untrue stories about things that happen on daily basis and about things in general. And this is one. If I am good, you see, mostly you hear people say this. If I am good, people will notice me and my job will speak for me. But I bet to tell you that those were the issues of old. In the 90s, when you are good, the population maybe was even less than. So when you are good, the whole village knows you. They will notice you and your job will speak for you. But right now, with the population, right now, with the number of people being churned out of the university every year, about 250,000 people each year, and you have the degree. Maybe in your class, you have 500 people, you studied human resource management, 500 people. That's just your university, that's just your class. When you put all together, maybe in a year, for just human resource management alone, maybe about 10,000 people have studied that course. What makes you unique? How would the global world or the global village get to know you? So how would they notice you? This is where the social media platforms comes in. So it is no longer about, oh, I am good. So if you are good, people will know you naturally. Oh boy, now when you go bleed and you learn the hard way, you be a local champion tire. Of course, there's nothing but to be a local champion, but you'll be a local champion tire. Personal branding is for influencers. You also hear, oh, if you are an influencer, if you change mindset, if you have a good cause or you want to be popular or whatever, that is when you take your personal branding serious. But I bet to tell you that personal branding is not only for influencers. Personal branding in the age we find ourselves in is for everyone, especially us as growing adults. Us as growing adults is very, very, very important for us. Somebody will also say posting on LinkedIn is showing off. That one, you sometimes I have a personal reservation. From the beginning, I used to feel like even when you finish school and you are posting about your graduation, there is this feeling that you are coming to boast. Like when you post about people like congratulations, sometimes people see that as you boasting. People see it as, oh, this school that you went to, you are out here now, you are doing like you are the only one that has gone to the school. So sometimes people take it as, oh, you are flexing. Maybe you went for a high-powered meeting somewhere, you engage in a very high-powered meeting, went for a conference, and you are sharing about it on your platform that, oh, you were here this is what you learned and all that. They take it like, ah, you every day here, every day. Why? You why? Like, there's that feeling. So sometimes people just choose to not share some of those things so that people don't tag them some way. But I bet you that in the times we find ourselves in, if you don't show your work, nobody will know you. If you don't show what you do, if you don't show the steps you are taking, if you don't show behind the scenes of what you do, nobody will believe the story. Then somebody will also make this point. I need to be perfect before I start. I need to be perfect before I start. And when you ask them, perfect about what? Ask them perfect about what? They will tell you, oh, before you take your personal branding serious, you need to be perfect. You need to have good clothes. You need to be looking nice. You need to have nice dresses. You need to be going for photo shoots and all that before you start taking your personal branding serious as a young person or as a growing professional or as a young leader. But I am here to tell you that you don't need to be perfect to start. You don't need to have the nicest clothes before you start. Start messy. Start wearing that your t-shirt, pose, take a picture, and add a nice caption. Add something good to it and share. Start messy. You don't need to feel very good to say that, oh, today let me go and post. Just start anyways. The first thing is start. You know that thing that they always say that a journey of 1,000 miles begin with a step. I was thinking about last and I told someone that now it's no longer about starting with a step. It is the journey of 1,000 miles begin with a step that is taken. A step that is taken. So if the step is there, you've not taken it, you will still be like that. So don't wait to be perfect before you take your personal branding serious. Don't wait to be perfect before you start that content creation you want to be doing. Don't wait to be perfect. Start messy. Start tired. Start not knowing what you want to do. Even that business you want to do as a young person, start not knowing what you want to do. Learn, you will learn and relearn along the way. As time goes by, you will learn. Things will get better. Things will get better. So you don't need to have everything figured out before you start your personal brand journey. Just start. The little you know, someone needs to know that as well. The little you know, someone somewhere is admiring you. So start sharing whatever you know. Start it that way, and it will get better. Somebody will also say your employer will not like it. Somebody also say you are too junior to build a brand, you are too young to build a brand, and all that. You know. Then these are the ways to steps to creating personal brand. And these are some few suggestions. Identify your purpose and know thyself. If you know yourself, you will know what you like. If you know what you like, you will guide whatever you want to do. And define your niche. Decide what you want to be known for. If you decide and know what you want to be known for, just keep sharing about it. Just keep sharing about it. Mr. President Honorable Jones, if you ask anybody that knows him right now, they will tell you he has very deep knowledge about parliamentary business. He knows a lot as far as parliamentary affairs are concerned, as far as governance is concerned, as far as leadership is concerned, as far as constitutional reforms and what any knowledge about governance, constitution, leadership, he has it. That is what he wants to be known for. So that is what he has. That is where he has placed his energy. So if you want to be known for something, start it. Start and keep going and keep doing it and keep doing it. Identify your target audience. Who do you want to help or attract? I'm still taking Honorable Jones as example. When they were starting Youth Impact Parliament, the target was what? Youth. Youth. So whatever you want to be known for, have a target people, have a target group, target them and share. Share. Craft your value proposition. What makes you different? Everybody is on the social media talking about marketing. In fact, talking about marketing, talking about digital marketing, talking about procurement. But the recent discussion on the media has been about procurement issues. And if you are a procurement student or someone who knows about procurement, it is an avenue for you to share your insight, an avenue to contribute to national discourse. And how will you communicate it? Someone's own is to come and write big grammar. People will read it and understand or will not understand. Someone's own will be to do a video and communicate because they don't want to write plenty. That is you finding different ways to do your communication. You optimize your online presence. You become very regular on the media platform. You especially on a LinkedIn, because we are talking about LinkedIn. And when you're just online, you don't just share things anyhow, or you don't just be there and be watching people as if maybe you're in the studio, you're watching ball. You contribute. When someone is celebrating, hey, I've just graduated from so so and so and so and so, you share, you contribute, you congratulate the person, you celebrate the person, you support the person. When the person shares something that you read and you like, at least tell the person thank you for sharing. Don't just read and go. Encourage the person. When you do that, it will also come back to you. You get it? And be consistent. You want to be a content creator as a youth. You post today, it goes after 3 months. When you come and post when you feel like, when you wake up and today I'm not feeling too identify your purpose, you identify your strengths, you identify the people you want to be impacting. When you start sharing it, become consistent. If you want to be known as a political analyst, as youth leaders, it should be an everyday thing. It shouldn't be once in a while. When you go to the media space, it should be a regular thing. You choose a topic. You say something about it. Every day, you say something about it. If you want to be known for, if you are an account, if you studied accounting or you're a finance person, you want to be known in that space as a finance person. What do? Every day you share about finance. You talk about every angle of finance. You talk about investment. You talk about tax. You talk about a whole lot as far as finance is concerned. And after some time, if you're able to be consistent 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, come on, people will start knowing that as far as this person is concerned, when they mention finance, this person, go to this person. When they talk about governance, oh, go to this person's platform. You learn a lot about governance. When they talk about youth empowerment, when you go to this person's platform, you will learn a lot. When they talk about girl child education, go to this person's platform. You will see a lot of things about girl child education. That is how you do it. Engage and network. You monitor, refine your brand, you improve. And this is why LinkedIn personal branding matters. It helps you stand out in a crowd of marketplace. As I mentioned earlier, all of you or all of us went to the school to study the course that we did. But when you come out, what to make you stand out? We are all looking for jobs. Like, we even have a unemployed graduate association in the country. We are all looking for jobs. So everybody, all youth are looking for jobs. Even those who have jobs, they are still looking for jobs. If there's a job with a better pay, they will leave whatever they are doing and go for that one. All of us, we are many. So what to make you stand out? What to make you, what to make a job owner, a CEO, a founder wants to say, oh, let me give this job to Samson. How will they get to know you? They will get to know you when you have your personal brand. They will get to know you even before you leave school. They'll get to know that this person has been sharing about how do you call it? Purchasing and supply. That is procurement. Since the person has been in school, she always writes about procurement. She discuss, she engages, she writes nice pieces. Or like she's good. You will know that this person has a brand and people engage and all that. They will choose that person over you. You might be the first class student. There's even a book called Why C Students Work for A Students. Why C students work for A students? Student that got maybe the third class deeper, or the pass. most of the times they end up becoming the ones that have things figured out in life after some years because they didn't just focus on the book. They have an all-rounded life. They networked, they connected with people, they experience things. And it doesn't mean you should make noise, but find an area you want to be known for and build yourself over there. If you studied governance and you want someone to give you work, what is making you different from someone who also studied governance? What is making you different? Aside the first class that you got, maybe all of you have applied for the job and you are 25 and they're looking for only 2 people and all of you got first class. What will make you different? That is where the question comes. What will make you different? So personal brand will help you attract better job opportunities. It will position you for leadership roles. It will bring you consulting and advisory income. As you said, an average person who is financially stable has at least 7 streams of income. So if you are in a certain field, you have an expert there, you have a personal brand. Before you realize, people are calling you, people will be calling you and be sending you message for consulting services and advisory. And for some time, maybe from the onset, you'll be doing it for free. After some time, you have to price your communication models. Please,
Yeah, I can
I was
hear
thinking
you.
whether
I
maybe
can
I
hear
should
you.
pause here. Okay,
I
I'm saying
can hear
that
you.
since I've spoken for a while, I'm thinking whether I should pause a bit and maybe take some responses and some concerns, then we move forward.
No pause. So if you pause, you go bam. We
Okay,
are enjoying it.
okay. All right, thank you. So, chapter 7 is on communication models you should know. And once you are on the social media, and this is some of the communication models that I think if you're on the platform, you should know about. We have intentional communication, what you choose to say and show to people, what you choose to say and show, your words, and this comprises of your words, your content, your style, your online presence, the things you say, the way you choose your words, your content, what you post about, what you share about, your style of communicating. Do you start by and do you start by just writing and go and write and post and go, or you write to educate, you write your whatever you want to say, asking the readers, or after reading this, tell me what presence, how you communicate, the style in which you communicate. This forms part of your intentional communication. Then there is unintentional what your behavior says without permission, your reliability. About your behavior, what your behavior says without permission. People, when you build a personal brand or in your journey to building personal brands, when you start sharing information, when you start sharing pieces, when you start writing, when you start becoming active, you will get a lot of people sending you message. You see a lot of people saying, in fact, sometimes they will share their personal insight with your post. Sometimes people will agree, people will disagree. Sometimes somebody will even come and insult you. I remember last year, I shared a post about when we went to the parliamentary trip last year. That was 17th March or 20th March. I remember. I also made a post about it, and we're advocating for some borehole drilling in my constituency. And I posted about it. Someone came and commented, this long write up, all because of borehole that you people want to construct. And in my mind, I'm like, the comment shook me. But I was like, you know, people will come and say things. People will disagree. Some also agree. But that is your perspective. When someone says something that is constructive and you believe it, you learn from it and you get better. It will say a lot about your behavior. When someone disagrees with you and you come and just insult the person anyhow, you say whatever you want to say, you flow your mind. That is how we say it. You talk a person in your mind. After some time, when you continue doing that after some time, insulting people will become very common to you. It will become a very normal thing for you. Maybe you may think it's just because it's a social media platform or it's just online. So let me just blast the person and go. But I bet you after some time, it becomes normal. It becomes part of you because you've done it over time, over time. So you see nothing wrong with it. Your body language, your tone. Sometimes, example, yesterday, or I think 3 days today, yeah, and yesterday, the honorable member for Madina, Honorable Susu, said something about entrepreneurship and urging the youth to go into Indomie joints and said that if as a youth, you should have at least 10 Indomie joints and you'll be making 200 cities profit by the end of the day. And that is like 2,000 cities a day. In a month, you are making like 60,000 and things. When I read someone's comment about it, and the person was like, it's a good advice he's giving. But the tone he is using and the kind of personality he is, they are not expecting that kind of advice from him. That was someone's submission. So the tone you also use in communicating whatever you're communicating on the media or in your case to building your personal brand will also matter. Most people sided with him, and people will side with you no matter how you share your opinion. But some will also disagree. But in the end, it is your opinion. Just make sure your opinion doesn't make people. Then third point says in relationships, how you listen to people, how you respond to people, how you respect and how you connect with people. People say it's just social media, but if you listen to certain people or how certain people respond to people, how people respect, how people connect with people on the media, when you observe certain things, you will see. Even sometimes it goes beyond the social media. You see some of those people in person. So aside they building the personal brand, it is not just for the social media because whatever you are doing on the media in person, it should become part of your personal life. Whatever you write on the social media, if you pick to write about procurement as an individual, that knowledge should be in your head. Or you should become an expert in that field. That is why you are sharing about it. So when somebody meets you anywhere and they ask you a question, you should be able to. That means that to be someone who builds a personal brand of value, you should be a learned person. You should read wide. You should know a lot of things that you share about because you can't share about what you don't know. You can't pour out what you don't know. You can't give what you do not have. Whatever is in you is what you will communicate. Whatever you know about is okay, no matter how you like it. So when you meet people, some of these people in person, how you react to whatever someone says, how you respond to people under pressure. When you gather as a group to do something, how you communicate, how you listen, how you connect, all forms part of your brand as a person. Then there's legacy communication. And legacy communication means what remains after the moment that passed. Your work, your impact, your reputation, and the memory people carry of you. When you meet someone, what remains after you are gone? What remains after you are gone? And that is something we as youth while building our life after the 10, 20 minutes of conversation. What should remain in the person's mind when they leave? What perspective do they carry of you? It forms part of your brand because that is where the person will go and talk to someone about. We always say that may God speak for us in rooms that we are not in. What the person knows about you is what they will speak about when you are not in the room. What they don't know, they can't speak about it. But however they experience you, that is what they will speak about. And that is the recommendation we talk about. That is the recommendation we talk about. When you meet people, after the time has passed, after engaging with them, the works you do, when the people leave, what memory do they carry of you? Your reputation, how do they carry it? Your work, your impact, that is legacy communication. So your goal on the platform as a youth leader, not just on LinkedIn, any social media platform that you find yourself, what should be the goal when you post something and people read it? What is the person going away with? Because it's not everybody that is on the social media to have fun. It's business, especially the one under study, the LinkedIn we are talking about, the LinkedIn we are learning about. You post things of value. If you want to build a brand that people should associate with, a brand that should bring you opportunities, a brand that should give you opportunities, then that means that you should communicate value. And if you're communicating value, that means that after you are done posting, after you're done engaging people, what memory are they carrying of you? So this is personal branding. And I wanted to know, personal branding is not just about visibility. It's not just about, oh, he is popular, she is popular on the media. But as you are popular, aside the popularity, what aside the fact that he's a popular person, she's a popular person, what do we know? What do they know about you? What impact is your word carrying to the people? What word is your impact moving? So it's not just visibility, it's not just the aesthetics, not just what people say when you are in the room. Then this is about profile optimization. Profile optimization. And professional profile picture, profile optimization just basically has to do with you having everything done as far as your profile or social media account is concerned. And it should have this. It should have an optimized profile is one that when someone chances on your account or your profile picture or your profile as a person, they can be able to know who you are, what you are, the value you can communicate. That is an optimized profile. So your profile should have a professional picture that screams confidence. A professional picture. You don't go and sit at down below, no, not down below, Mirage. You don't go and sit at a drinking bar with 10 bottles of beer in front of you. You take a selfie or you take a picture and put it at your profile picture. What are you communicating? Are you going to be to be a brand ambassador? As far as this platform is concerned, we need a professional profile picture. So I gave you some examples here, two people's profile picture here that you can be seeing whilst I speak. It should have a banner that reflects what you do. A banner. You should have a headline that tells your story. You should have a summary or about that showcases your impact. You should add your skills and add your experiences. The two profiles are added here. You can Dr. Benes, Ejiman Pemper, and you can see her picture here. That is a professional picture. You can see the banner at the background. That is more of like a cover banner. And when you see there, you can see that she tells whatever she is doing. They said empowering you to lead, thrive, and make impact in health, entrepreneurship, and holistic growth. This is what she does, and that is what the banner is carrying. When we check the person, the second person said what? Empowering health leaders and students to turn advocacy into authority, scaling global impact through strategic storytelling. Founder, Shalom Zito Studios. science lab tech global leader, or your account on the media, and they tap on it, these are the things they will see. They will see the banner, and the banner should communicate value, because there are a lot of accounts, or there are a lot of people, especially the LinkedIn. There are over 700 million people over there. So what will make someone to wait to look at your profile? Because Charlie, if the person is coming to, or the person chances on your profile and want to look at it, there should be something that should catch the person's eye for the person to say, let me look at this person. So if there is no banner on your LinkedIn, if there is a banner, but the banner is not clear, the banner is not communicating anything, it won't attract anybody to come and have a second look. And as far as a professional platform is concerned, there should be something that should serve as a hook. Mostly we call it hook. And a hook is when you write something, or when you are reading an information and something catches your eye, what will prompt you to read further. We call it a hook. So mostly hooks are found within the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. Or sometimes the hook is even the heading of whatever the person is writing. So when you say about gap, or said, I almost dropped out of university, then you say, hey, what happened? Then you should also be able to name your professional name, of course. Then this is a headline. When you are watching currently, you see under the first person, you see I empower professionals and students to build global impact through LinkedIn. When someone clicks on this person's profile picture right now on LinkedIn, the headline you will see is I empower professionals and students to build global impact through LinkedIn. You will see that. So if you see they are not interested in whatever she is doing, you can scroll and go on. Do you get it? That is why the headline is very important. So that when someone is looking for somebody to listen to or to connect with, and the person searches maybe marketing professional, if you put in a headline that has marketing jargon, or a marketing word, a word that is mostly used in the marketing space, when that one, mostly we call it keywords. Maybe in English, when those days when you go to English class and they say we should do reading, then the teacher will write it on about keywords. Then they'll come and write one, the big words that are in the story that you're coming to read. They will write those words and teach you how to pronounce it and how to spell them. They will even use it for dictation for you sometimes. When you put that in the headline, anytime anybody goes onto the media to search people in that industry, you will show up. You will show up. And it applies to all social media platforms, not just LinkedIn. Facebook also does the same. Facebook has a place where you put in about. Just that LinkedIn, Facebook's about is a 222 words or 220 words or so. That's for Facebook, I think. It's less than 250, yes. But LinkedIn has a good space that you can be able to put this. When you check the second person, she also puts in a headline. And when you read this, you will know very well what the person does. So after chancing on the person's profile, if you're not interested, you move on. But you find yourself wanting, if you are an individual or a growing young professional that wants opportunities and you are on that platform and you don't have a headline, people will struggle to identify who you are. People will struggle to know who you are, what you can offer, and know your level of expertise. They will struggle to identify that. That is why you need a headline. Then there's a place where you should add your skills. You can add your certificate, I think when you're even adding your certificate, they will ask you, there's a column where you write about, you title the certificate. So a certificate can be titled marketing degree, can be the title, marketing degree. Then describe. They say, oh, I attained or I got this certificate after completing my MSc or after completing my BSc marketing, marketing and technology from Whole Technical or at Whole Technical University. You give a description. So when someone chances on your profile and go to your skills and see that, oh, you have marketing degree. Oh, okay, you got it from, oh, wow. Then there's even a column where you can write a few things about your experiences whilst you were in the school. You write and you put your profile in a way that it is like a holistic CV. And when someone chances on your profile, they are like, oh, okay, this is you. They don't even have to send you a message or DM you before they know what you can offer. Your profile communicates whatever you are made of to them. So when they want your expertise, then they will send you a message. They will send you a message. So this is a practical exercise that I want all of us to know about. It's an exercise that I discovered some, I think about a year ago, and this particular exercise will be useful to us in this particular class. And this is it. And this is the practical exercise. Type your full social media name in Google. So go to Google, you type your full name, your full social media name, and view it under AI mode. You see, when you type your name or you type something on Google, you see images, news, or what have you. And these days you will see AI mode. I think that's the first one. You see AI mode, and view it under AI mode. When you view it under AI mode, AI will tell you whatever your account is for. AI will search everywhere that your name exists and whatever is said about you, and summarize it for you. You can give it a try, maybe after this session, you give it a try. Or when you're listening to me right now and you have a second phone or something, you give it a try. Just type your full name and view it under AI mode. So I will ask you, does AI know you exist? Because if human beings don't know you exist, how much more? How about AI? When you view your name under AI mode on Google, what is said about you? Is that what you want to be known for? Or the AI doesn't even know you exist at all? Doesn't know you exist, or it doesn't know? Is your profile communicating value and what you stand for, or is just rubbish as usual? What is your profile communicating? Or all your engagement on the social media, all your engagement through Snapchat, through TikTok, through LinkedIn, through Facebook, through Twitter, what is it communicating? So after this session, you try it out. Go to Google, type your full name or the name that you're using on your social media platforms, and view it under AI mode. And if you don't like what you see or what AI says about you, if you don't like it, then change the narrative. But if you like what it says about you, then kudos and continue, because you are on the right track. You get it. AI will summarize whatever information the internet has about you for you. So you can use that to guide your journey to see whether you are known for what you want to be known for. If you are not known for that, then you start working towards what you want to be known for. That is what I want. This is the practical exercise I want us to take. So you can give it a try. Give it a try. Then chapter 9, content building is key. And content, I think most of us we've heard content creation a lot. Content creation. And if you hear content creation, it's not only about the video you see, the people dancing, eating, and all that. It's not just about that. That's not just the content. Content is anything you communicate on a platform. Even if you take your textbooks, you see table of content That means that whatever is in the textbooks that you are about to read, that is the content. So content simply is just when somebody chances on your profile, what are you displaying to the people? What are they seeing? That is content. And in the journey to building your personal brand, you should take your content very seriously because it means what will you communicate, what you want to be known for. That is your content. What brand are you creating? Are you creating a brand to be known as a political activist? Are you creating a brand to be known for youth empowerment? Are you creating a brand to be known for investment and accounting professional? Are you creating a brand to be known as a leadership and governance expert? Those, if you know that, it will inform whatever you share. So this is your content. You share your insights, your experiences, your thoughts on industry trends, your thoughts on industry trends, your thoughts on industry trends, because your voice matter. So let it be heard. If you find yourself in the engineering sector, maybe civil engineering sector, and most of the things civil engineers do also has to do, as far as their profession is concerned, has to do with road construction and steel works, a whole lot of stuff as far as civil engineering is concerned. And majorly, they are involved in road constructions and all that. And if road issues, road construction, buildings, sometimes yes, buildings and all that, if issues of road construction in the country is popping up or is coming up, they are talking about so and so number of kilometers being done from here to there, that this amount of bitumen is being added, this amount is being spent on this, and you are a civil engineering professional and you want to be known as a civil engineer aside whatever you are doing, it is a good opportunity for you to share your insight as far as road construction is concerned. You can even go as far as passing by where some of the road constructions are ongoing and do a video and share your insight and share your thoughts on it, or even take a picture and share your thoughts on it. Sometimes your thoughts can even be about you congratulating the awarding authority for the project and expressing your excitement for that particular project being done. That is how you build your content. If you want to be known, if you want a particular brand to be associated with you. So you should know that your social media platform is your online classroom where you serve their readers with value so that they will come back next time to read and engage. If you're able to build your personal brand to a certain stage, people know when they come to your platform what they will read. People know. There's someone right now. Maybe if you don't know about him, you can get to check him out later on. He's called Dixon Hassan. He's a chartered accountant and investment professional. He talks about task, investment, accounting, and career growth and all that on Facebook a lot. I think most of the times I go to his platform to read about investment opportunities, task, and all that. I read about it. There's also this one, Patrick Bawa, also on Facebook. I think on all platforms. He shares about investment and all that, accounting and savings and a whole lot of that. That is what he is known for. So when he even comes to my mind, when anybody mentions his name anywhere, when it comes to my mind, I'm like, hey, that is his brand. That is what he is known for. When someone mentions Derek Abaite, the host for Connected Minds podcast, most you know if they mention his name, like if they mention Connected Mind podcast, it's like, oh yeah, that is a platform that's big business people, people who are making waves, who are industry leaders, people who have insight, who are experts in fields, go and they are interviewed and they share their insights with the audience. That is the brand they built for themselves. So it is your online classroom. Write relatable pieces for others to relate easily. If you want to write about governance, you want to be known as a governance expert on social media, don't go and be writing plenty jargons, terms that only those who are in your industry will understand. write in basic, simple English for people to read and understand. Because one example, one importance of communication is when you communicate and people understand. When you communicate and people don't understand, you are not command. Right in right to for us to say, oh yes, you are learned, your grammar no chale, good what you are writing. Sound like human. Don't use AI, just go and dump something in AI and go and copy and come and paste. These days, when people write things, so you can go and read the comment section, you will see that someone is saying, please, you should have just changed these AI settings because you know you copy from AI. You know, if there are things that there's a way AI writes, and when someone reads it, the person knows that this is AI. There are certain words that are mostly associated with AI. There's a way AI does its punctuations. There's a way AI uses its hyphens. Do you get it? So you should sound human and relatable. Sound simple. You don't need to go and dress a suit every time before you use the picture as your caption. Just just look okay. Just look yourself. Just look simple and right. If you want your face to be known, when you are writing your pieces, always add a photograph. It's not always that you must add your picture, but for me, most of the times I add my picture. Most at times when I'm writing a piece, as far as my LinkedIn is concerned, my Facebook is concerned. In fact, most especially my LinkedIn, I don't share a post without picture, unless of course it's a flyer I'm sharing. Unless of course maybe it's a design or something I'm sharing. But if it's about something I'm writing, I add a picture. And the picture has a reason. The picture makes it relatable. When the people see it, they're like, oh, is this guy again? Oh, is this guy again? Oh, is this guy again? And there's something I think most of us are maybe a bit who understand when they say this is someone's signature dress. Someone's signature dress. I remember I used to have a signature dress when I was trying to go into SRC. I had a dress that I wear the dress every day. All my pictures has that particular dress inside. Every flyer has that particular dress. Even those of you who have seen a couple of my pictures before, even when we were at the month, the particular shirt I wore is one of my signature shirts, and it was a signature shirt I took when I was going to NASPA. I wore that shirt almost every day. It is on all my pictures. There's no flyer I send out and I don't have that particular dress on it. All my attires for as far as NASPA was concerned, every picture that goes out has that particular dress on it. It gives me the identity. So I've seen a couple of people I've met in town. When they see the dress, maybe before they even get to, when they say, I've seen this dress somewhere before. And then I ask, are you a service person? They say, yes. Oh yeah, it was you. You went to the municipal office and you took a picture with the director. You posted something about NSS allowance, and I'm like, yes. And it has really worked for some of us as far as student governance or whatever was concerned. If those of you have tried it before, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And that is what the social media brand is also about. It doesn't mean you post one picture forever, but it just means that have a picture that is relatable. As at any point in time that picture pops up, oh, is that guy? Is that guy? When they see that picture anywhere, is that guy? That is what forms part of your brand. So it's not just about the dressing, but what has become consistent on the people's eyes. It's the same way whatever you write about, they will read it. And after some time, it becomes very used to their eyes. And so when they start reading a piece, even without seeing your picture, they know it is coming from you. They know it is coming from you. Be consistent. Be consistent. When you want to build a brand, you don't post today and come back after 10 years to come and post again. You don't post only when you feel like posting. You post every day. Every day. Yes, you can choose to not post every day. You can choose to post maybe every 2 days or every 3 days or every 1 week you want to post. If that is your decision, fine. But just be consistent. Let people who read whatever you post or people who come to your platform knows that, oh, every Monday, this guy writes about mindset. Every Monday, when you go to his page, you see him writing about investment. So after some time, people will get to know, even if you don't tell them, after some time, they will get to know that, it's like every Monday, this guy writes about investment. Oh, hey, today is Monday, let me go and check his page. That is how you do it. Then they know that, oh, every Monday, people are coming to your platform, brush or Saturday. I think it's Saturday or Sunday. Like, either Saturday, let me say weekend. Every weekend, we know that day trash happens in Ghana. So people are preparing their mind to go and watch day trash and laugh over the weekend. At the point, we know that Ghana's most beautiful was happening on Sundays. So people know when anybody is talking about Ghana's, they say, oh, it's Sunday evening. That is what forms part of your brand as well. People knowing what you talk about and the times you post. They know. Even you can introduce it that on Mondays, I'll be talking about investment. On Tuesdays, I talk about women empowerment. On Wednesdays, I talk about connection. On Thursday, I talk about governance. That is a content schedule. A content schedule. So you write the content down, then you go and share. It's not when you wake up that you start, hey, what am I posting? Let me go and write. No. Most of the times, I think those who I'm already connected with on Facebook, mindset, I think it was for 6 days, from Monday to Saturday. I wrote about the mind and mindset and all that. And I shared it both on LinkedIn and on Facebook. All the content for those 6 days, I had already written them down like 2 weeks or like a week before. And this particular one I'm talking about, I wrote them down like for like 2 weeks. So the content was already there. I scheduled it. So I will not wake up the day I want to post and I say, oh, I'm busy. I don't even have time to come and write. No. The little time you have, when you are seated in the car, you pick your phone, you write. When you are having your phone, you are watching something, the little chance you have, you write. That is how I go about mine. So I write content down, and almost all the social media platforms, they have scheduling. Schedule, like how you schedule classes. They have an option where you schedule. So you can schedule a post and says that at 10 p.m. on Monday, this post should go live. So every day at 10 p.m., maybe you can schedule the post every day for the next 2 months. Then every day 10 p.m., you write every post, then you schedule them for 10 months. So when 10 p.m. comes every day, the post will go, and you schedule it. That way, you will not get burnout. Because sometimes when you're trying to grow your personal brand, after some time, it gets overwhelming because every day you have to be active, engaging on people's comments, also commenting, posting your own things. It gets tiring, especially if you have to combine it with school, business, and a whole lot of stuff. So take advantage of these tools. These tools are there. If you have posted on LinkedIn before, when you are done choosing your picture, the image you want to share, then there's a three dots at the bottom. When you click on it, where you tag people, when you are done, you click on next. Before you share, you will see schedule or share. Even when you go to Facebook, you are using the Facebook mobile app. Before you post, you will see schedule, you will see post now, you will see all those tagging, all the post to groups, you will see those things there. Those are tools that are available for us to use to make life easier. So if you want to go on a journey to build your personal brand, at least you should be choosing topics that you talk about after some time. Choose topics. And when you choose topics, you write about it. You schedule them down. You schedule them. When it is time, it goes live. So those of us here who are listening to me that maybe I'm connected with on LinkedIn, most majority, about 90% of my posts on LinkedIn, I've scheduled them because LinkedIn I mostly post in the morning. I mostly post in the morning by 9 a.m. or 10. Unless maybe I get busy the whole day, then I go to post towards evening time. But I use the scheduling tools and I schedule the post. So sometimes I write down, then when I'm free, I just pick the phone, then I schedule. As you are here, tomorrow is first April. I've scheduled a post on LinkedIn that tomorrow at 10. So take advantage of these tools and make it so that you don't have to struggle. You don't have to struggle because sometimes in your journey when you are trying to combine both academics, business, online brand, it gets tiring. So I was stating that the platforms have tools you can use. The platforms have tools that you can use as an individual. Of which an example is the scheduling, which is both on Facebook, it's on LinkedIn as well. That is the point I was making about that part. And I think as part of the building the brand, one of the things that becomes very real is tiredness. You get tired, you get overwhelmed, unless maybe nobody admits it. But after some time, tired. After some time, you want to show up anymore because you feel like is this really worth the whole thing? Because you start and nobody is posting about, nobody is liking your comments, nobody is really saying anything. Sometimes you can even, especially LinkedIn can be in a way that you can post consistently for 6 months and you get zero, you can still get zero likes, you can still get zero engagement, nobody will even put a dot on the post. And as far as LinkedIn is concerned, because it's like you're not seeing results for the brand you are building. But using it for some time, I think I've joined since like 2020 or 2021. What I've observed so far is what I was talking about, that the engagement really, really, really works. You don't just post about yourself, you don't just share your insights, you don't just share your experiences. When others share their experience, you engage, and you engage by commenting. That is what you mostly call that way. You comment, you share your thoughts with whatever they've said as well. If the person posts about mental health, or the person posts about misconceptions regarding cervical cancer, and you come across the post, at least when you are done reading, at least thank you for this information, at least thank you for this insightful piece, or thanks for this very educative piece, something like that, something as simple as that. When you are able to do that consistently, what happens is people start seeing your comments, People start noticing your comments. Ah, who is this person? They start seeing Louis Abrams. Ah, who is Louis Abrams? Because every day she shows up, every day she comments, she likes, she engage. They will also go to your page to go and check you out. And when they go and check you out, that is where your profile that you have in your profile picture, your head comes in that. Oh, okay. Oh, this is what Louise also does. Oh, okay, she's into that. Then let me connect it here. They also go under your post and they go and like. They also go and engage. There's more of like you do me. Is what I have observed. You do me, I do you. Engage. You thoughtfully. I think when you check some of the people, the posts, the post, you see that the oh, good morning family. Hey, how is your day going so far? It's all part of the strategies to for the algorithm to know that people are engaging on this post. So recommend it to others. So from the onset, when you post, sometimes you don't go and you just post and wait for people to come and engage, come and read whatever you've posted there and engage with it. But the algorithm now works in a way that if people don't like, people don't come, people don't react, your post goes nowhere. So there's this strategy that most people use these days, and I personally even use it. When you post, you don't just post and go. When you post, at least the first 5 comments on your post should be yours. The first 5 comments, when you post, within the first 5 minutes, you should have commented at least 3 times or 5 times within the first 5 minutes. So when you check, you will see something like after the person is done posting, hello family, good morning. Hello LinkedIn family, good morning. Hello, something like I wish you all a good day. Hello, then the what you've posted, whatever the person has posted, they pick at least 2 important points or 3 or 4 important points and share it one by one. That way it wakes up the algorithm, it wakes up the platform that, oh, so and so person is engaging, so and so person is posting. That is what it tells the platform. And there's also this strategy. When you are building the personal brand and you start posting, you don't just open the platform LinkedIn, then straight you go and post. At least you need to wake up the platform. Just like Facebook, when you go onto the platform, you don't just go. You need to wake up the algorithm. And how do you wake up the algorithm? You wake up the algorithm by engaging with other people's posts. Do you see it? By commenting on other people's posts. That is how you wake up the algorithm. So you do that for at least 10, 20 minutes. When you go to the platform, when you see someone's post, you after reading, you like, you comment, you engage under the post. You do that at least on 10, 15 people's posts. Then at that time, the algorithm has noticed that so and so person is awake. Then they come to recommend your post to the people too. And when you engage, when you start engaging the people after some time, they naturally the algorithm starts recommending your posts to them too. That is how it works. It's more of like, oh, I keep engaging on this person's post. So for that matter, the algorithm will always recommend their post to me. And that one, it's how the algorithm works on all the social media platforms. If you take your YouTube, the first 10 videos says a lot about all that you have been watching on YouTube. The first 10 videos, it says a lot about it because the algorithm has monitored you and it knows that anytime you go to YouTube, you have been watching La Liga videos, you have been watching football videos. So for that matter, anytime you open YouTube, it will recommend La Liga videos to you. You have been watching Korean drama, Alejandro Sanchez, those videos. YouTube will recommend it to you because that is what you have been watching. It's the same way LinkedIn works. If you start engaging on someone's post for after some time, LinkedIn will automatically recommend their post to your timeline. The same way when you engage on theirs, they also engage on yours. It recommend yours to them too.
That is how it works. So it's not a solo journey. Building the brand is not a solo journey. It's not a journey where it's only about you. You it's more of like you are building and your friends are also building. So whilst your friends are building, you help them to build, and they also help you to build. You help them carry water, then they help you also carry cement. That is what I've realized. So it's not solo, it's not just you. You help each other build. That is what I've noticed about it. Then I think my laptop has connected now, so please give me a few seconds. Let me return to the
Sure, proceed.
Yes. Okay. So I'm returning to the slides here. Yes. Okay. Please, can everybody see the screen now?
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So I think this is what I've been talking about. You engage and you network. When you see someone in your industry, someone who is a professional in the field you find yourself in, you connect with them. You connect with them and you learn. That is how you make the connections. I think I've met a couple of people that they are equally doing well in their respective fields. As youth, they are very young people, and they are doing so well with whatever they are doing. Everybody is striving to build something. Everybody is trying to get something done, and they are equally doing well. And they will happen to be like-minded individuals. And those people, when you see them doing well, because you are connected with them, they naturally motivate you. It will motivate you. That is the like-minded connectedness that I mentioned earlier. That building the brand connects you to individuals that are also building theirs. Now, youth impact. Use your LinkedIn to showcase projects that matter and the ones you are involved in and your role there. Use it to project. Use it to project. Showcase projects that matter and use it to project whatever you are doing. It's a brand you are building. You want to be known for something. So whatever you want to be known for, use the platform to promote it. If you want to be known for someone who is a youth parliamentarian in YIP, a youth MP in Youth Impact Parliament, that means that almost every time when you're coming to communicate something, it has to do with youth development and youth parliamentary practices, or parliament in general, or governance or leadership. That is if you want to be known in that part. If you want to be known in that part, that is what you should focus on. That is what you should focus on. If Youth Impact Parliament holds monthly sitting and you were at a sitting, when the sitting is done, the images you took with your colleagues, when you go onto the media, when you go onto the LinkedIn platform, you go and post about it. You give an update like-minded individuals at Youth Impact Parliament fifth anniversary on the 17th of April. And it gave you the opportunity to connect with well-doing like-minded individuals such as then your friends who are also part of YIP and they are on LinkedIn. You tag them, or such as so and so. so and so, so and so, so and so. Then people who come across your post like, oh, okay, oh, this guy is a member of Youth Impact Parliament. Okay. Then the more they see is then the more they know that, oh, this person, as far as he or she is concerned, this person has something to do with youth parliamentary practices. You have parliamentary knowledge. You have something to do with youth empowerment, youth development, and all that. So any day that they mention that, oh, do you know anybody that we can engage to talk about youth in parliament or youth in government, youth in governance, they will mention you that, oh, talk to this person, because most of the times we see that every month there he is at Youth Impact Parliament sitting. He always goes there. That is a building for yourself as a youth. Share stories of change that you participated in. Anything that you do. Unfortunately, sometimes people will say, those days that we didn't have pictures, we didn't have cameras, we didn't have videos, you do things that you don't post them, but now everything here you are posting. See, it is a brand you are building. If you want people to benefit from whatever you share, and you want to build a brand and also benefit from your brand in the long run, you have to share the stories, share the behind stories. You were on the floor of Youth Impact Parliament. You made a contribution. When the session is done, you can go back to the platform when it is uploaded, the YouTube platform, the Facebook platform. You cut that part. You made a contribution by stating that. Indirectly, you are promoting yourself. You are promoting Youth Impact Parliament, and you are building your personal brand. Because that is how you build expertise. You will not get up one day and somebody will call you an expert. But through these small ways, even if not just you that made the contribution, an honorable member or a colleague made a contribution on the floor of Parliament about something, you can go and cut that part out. That, oh, also so and so are they sitting. Then you tag this honorable member mentioned that or contributed on the floor of Parliament by stating that youth unemployment rate is very high in the country, and as a result of that, many youth are now going into what? Armed robbery. And he used the opportunity to call on stakeholders to create jobs for the youth and something like that. And he also used the avenue to tell the youth that they shouldn't wait for the government to create jobs before they start something. They should start doing some business. They should start selling Indomie. They should create a cocoa joint in their area and start selling cocoa in the evening. So you share about that honorable member, and in that it looks like you are promoting that person, but behind the scenes, you are promoting yourself, you are promoting your platform, you are building a brand. In the end, they'll get to know that, oh, as far as this person is concerned, he only shares things that has to do with youth development, youth impact parliament, youth empowerment. They will know that is what you get to share. And I mentioned earlier about CTA, call to action. Anytime you are done sharing a post or you are done writing something on the media, there should always be a CTA. There should always be a call to action. A call to action of what the reader is expected to do anytime they come across your post. So sometimes you can write a post, and at the end of the post, you can write, tell me what you think about it in the comments below. Or shout, maybe it's a post that has to do with motivation. Then at the end, you write maybe CTA. Say, I will never be poor in my life. Then you see in the comment section, somebody will type it, I will never be poor in my life. That is a call to action. You should never write a post and at the end, there is no call to action. A call to action can also be not necessarily that they should always say something in their comment. The call to action can also be that maybe you are sharing about reading, that as a youth leader or as a young person growing up, at least at the end of every month, you should have been able to read at least 2 books at the end of every month. So call to action in a piece like that can be that tell yourself or beat your chest and say, I'll read 2 books every month. And somebody will smile like that and they will engage. You can find various ways to put in a call to action. If you give a post across Example, when we posted about the LinkedIn engagement, there was a call to action. The call to action was join or save the link and join us at 6 p.m. on Tuesday. That was a call to action. That was a call to action. Building a community. Identify like-minded individuals who are also building and connect with them. I think I made this point earlier, that building a personal brand is not a solo journey. Yes, you are building your brand, you are building your life, you are building what you want to be known for, but you cannot do it alone. It is not like those days that were taught that when you are writing exam, you cover your book, you cover your paper so that your brother beside you cannot copy. It's not that. In fact, I was telling someone last time that particular training has made some people selfish, because you cover your book and you'll be happy when you top the class. Oh, I've topped the class. Like, it is me. I've done it. But in real life, it is about collaboration. But that training has made us more competitive among ourselves. People are now competing among themselves, even after they leave school, because anybody they come across, they see the person as a competition. Because we're taught that when they are writing exam, your book, don't let even nobody should even look at anybody's like, Then you do strong head, you don't help your colleagues, and you can grow up with that. Then anything you want to do it alone. Even if you are building business, you want to build a business alone. When you are reading a book and the book is helping you, you will not recommend that book to your friends to also read it. You will keep the book and you want to do well alone, so that your friends say, yeah, you've done well. But we most of the times forget that when you rise together with your friends, your life becomes easier. Because if you rise alone, that your friend, they will worry you. They will worry you. Because imagine if you become a millionaire and your colleagues or your friends are not able to read that status with you. If any challenge comes, who are they going to call? You are the one they will call. But imagine when you were reading that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, that taught you about investment, business, starting business without money. When you're reading that book, if you had recommended that book with them to at that time, their mindset would have changed about business. It's the same way building a brand also is. You don't do it alone. You identify other people who are building their brand and you support them. Sometimes you even post about them. There's something I do on LinkedIn. I call it a weekend spotlight. I think I did it last 3 Saturdays, last 2 Saturdays. Then this past Saturday, I didn't do it. And I didn't do it because I think I was sharing on a mindset series. So the Saturday was the last day of the mindset series. So I had to post on mindset because that was a schedule. And what do I do with weekends or it on a LinkedIn platform? Most of the times he or she engages on my posts. I also engage on their posts. I realize they are also motivating people. They are doing well. You see them doing projects here and there. Then weekend I can just pick their picture and I write about them. And I tag them. Hello, meet Honorable Jones Amegashie-Viglo. Jones Amegashie-Viglo is the president of Youth Impact Senate, or the president of the Senate of Youth Impact Parliament, and he is the executive director as well. Honorable Jones Amegashie-Viglo holds an HND in marketing and technology. You write beautifully about a person. So if you want, and he's an expert in leadership and governance, parliamentary affairs, and all that. And if you are a young person and you are interested in student governance, you are interested in student leadership, or you are already in university and you are interested in trying out anything about leadership, and you want someone to coach you, you want someone to guide you, or you just want an advice, contact him. He is the go-to person for you. That is a beautiful piece I've written about him. And when he sees it, he'll be happy. He will share it. He will repost to his networks. People will congratulate him. People will, oh, nice meeting you, Jones. That way, the people who are connected with me also get to know Jones. They will connect with Jones. Maybe one day, you also write about me. People will connect with me. Then you grow, you expand, you grow together. But it's not just only you. Only you don't build your personal brand like that. You don't build a community like that. If you take a look at Facebook, I'm going to mention names and I'll make it very practical. when you take a look at those of you who are connected with Honorable McBless on Facebook, those of you who know Honorable Enoch Nyajo, then a couple of Oliver Bedra. I think those of you who were around, I think he's a member of Youth Impact Parliament, Oliver Bedra. Then Godwin Yaokwashi. If you take a look at those of you who are connected with these guys on Facebook, you realize that they are always commenting or engaging with each other's posts. Someone will always say something and someone will come and comment and say something. It is not because they don't have anything doing. It is because doing. That is why when you see your colleagues post, you pass by. It is because you have to help your colleague grow. When you constantly engage on someone's post, you share your insight, they will naturally start doing the same thing for you. And that is how you build a community. That is how you build a community. And this is my final thought to you. This is my final thought to you. Your personal brand on LinkedIn is a reflection of your potential. It's a reflection of your potential. So you must own it through collaboration and partnership. That means that you don't do it alone. That means that you don't try to grow alone. You don't try to grow as an individual alone. You do it with others. You do it with others. It is the sum communication of you. It is the sum, your social media platform or your brand is the sum or the total communication of you that the world knows. So when you use it well, you will see its benefits if only you don't give up. If only you don't give up. And I will end by saying that your life waits for no one. Wake up and keep moving. Don't forget to take care of yourself whilst you build your LinkedIn journey or your personal brand. It can get tiring, but don't forget to take care of yourself. Because if you break down, the world will move on. Either you are schooling, whatever you are doing, if you break down, the world moves on. So take care of yourself. Level up, not out. Excuses don't pay, but results do. So show up and make sure you build your brand properly. Stop regretting the past. Own your thoughts and shape your future. Stop regretting the past. Stop thinking like, oh, me, I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes to build a personal brand. I don't know much. Just start. Just start a journey. Along the way, you will get better. Don't forget that nobody cares. Nobody really cares. Your brand is about you and it's your future. So show up for yourself. Show up daily. Work harder and get better. Haters who hate. I think I made it earlier that sometimes you share your thoughts and people are just saying all manner of things. But let that hate fuel your fire. And after some time, they will get to see the sense in whatever brand you've built. And it is about your brand. So whatever anybody says, as long as you are doing the right thing, keep moving. Network intentionally. Network intentionally. Stay close to people who push you to go higher. Connect with like-minded individuals. Fail. If you when you do all these things, it doesn't mean you will not fail. You will fail along the way. Sometimes you get tired and you don't want to continue. You will fail anyways. It's not a problem. But when you fail forward. Mistakes are lessons in disguise. Just keep learning. Just keep learning. For the LinkedIn, I've used it for a while. I've tried for some time, and you will learn along the way. You will learn along the way. So this is basically the end of our presentation. So I ask you, are you on LinkedIn? Just like how Honorable Jones asked earlier. Are you on LinkedIn? So if you're on LinkedIn, this is my profile. We can connect and grow together. This is my profile, Richard Kojo or Richard K. Amenyah. My. I think this is my name actually on all media platforms, and I speak to shape young minds for exploits. I speak to shape people's minds, especially young people, because I realized growing up, we didn't really have the opportunity to be motivated. We didn't get the opportunity to be told, don't do this, do this. Our parents will say it, all right, don't do this, don't do that. But the practicality of it, we didn't really have anybody that should guide us. So I take the opportunity to help to shape young minds for exploit. I'm a building technologies by profession, founder of Groomers Hub. I'm a youth servant leader. I'm into the TVET space, and I'm a TVET advocate for us to prioritize technical vocational education over the theoretical system of our country. I'm a life coach and CEO of I Rent Wealthy Connect. Yes. So if you know me as well, you know that I do rentals, property rentals, land, and all the stuff. And I shape the minds of the next generation of youth. This is what I do. This is all my basic. My life is about in general, and this is what I've identified myself with. And this is the headline. So when you chance on my profile, this is the headline you see. And people have entered my DM on LinkedIn before several times. Oh, I've gone through your profile. I read so and so and so and Charlie. How are you combining all this? And I'm always available to engage them, and I always do. We are all learning, we are all growing. Me self, I don't reach anywhere, but this is just an opportunity for me to share the little I know with you all of us so that we grow together. We learn, relearn, and grow together. Because as I'm talking, I realize that some of the things I've not been doing it myself. I've not been consistent with it myself. So I have to. So this is just the little I have for all of us. And thank you for listening to me.
Wow. Charlie, this one there, it be full workshop. Oh. This one there be full workshop, Charlie. We have basically broken down the the success to gaining let's say a digital followership. I think you have given exposure to how to manipulate the algorithm. I was indeed was trying to get what exactly Oliver and then the people were doing, always tagging themselves. The same way GTV, TV3, the rest would be tagging each other if Amakohini and the rest.
Yes,
And then the
yes,
MPs would be tagging themselves. They're all
yes,
just trying to manipulate the algorithm.
yes,
And
yes,
indeed, I've also seen that you always give at least 5 comments under your postings. I wasn't really getting what exactly you're doing, but you have clarified that it is to draw the attention of the algorithm. And I think would apply that for Youth Impact Parliament Media as well.
good.
For Youth Impact Parliament, we have not exactly been posting for attention though, but we have not been posting for attention. We have just been posting for the records. Yes.
Yeah.
But I have a question. Any recommendation for Youth Impact Parliament Media?
Any recommendation for Youth Impact Parliament Media? Yeah, so what I would recommend is I've gone through our platform several times. Almost all our platforms. I've been going through it. And I think sometimes I think I discussed this with someone before that we are not really promoting Youth Impact Parliament. That's what I told the person. As members, we are not promoting it the way we are supposed to or we should. And the reason is that I think I made some of examples that as a youth MP or as a member of Youth Impact Parliament, you will be in the chamber Example, on the 17th of this tomorrow's month, April, we'll be having our 5th anniversary. And many of us
19th,
is 17th, right?
19th, 19th.
19th, okay. Many of us will be in that sitting. And we'll finish the sitting and go, and you will not see many of the honorable members posting about it. Yes, they will share their flyers on their status that sitting will be happening. But after the sitting, because it's just like you updating people that you want to do this project for them to contribute, and after they are done with their contribution, you didn't come and update them that you are done with the project. So the recommendation I would give YIP or Youth Impact Media is they should find a way to educate us as members. It can be a presentation by the president, or they can give it to the publicity committee, or they can hold a session, maybe some 30-minute session. Maybe that should be done on the floor of parliament, where maybe even at the fifth anniversary on the 19th, I even propose if they can find a way and put a piece together on how they can get members to promote their platform as well, using some of these examples. When we live there, they shouldn't just go and sleep on the pictures. They shouldn't just go and sleep on the videos. Because whilst they are using those pictures and those videos to communicate whatever has happened at the event, indirectly they are promoting themselves and they are promoting Youth Impact Parliament. And in the long run, it will benefit them, because in 10 years to come, somebody will go to their platform. But hey, honorable, hey, those days, so 10 years ago, hey, Charlie, you've tried though. It will always happen that way. There has to be a track record. So I recommend that Youth Impact parliamentarians should help promote Youth Impact Parliament by cutting some parts of presentations in the chamber and share, add their thoughts to it on the social media platforms, tag Youth Impact Parliament. When they tag Youth Impact Parliament, any other honorable member that you know on social media, tag the person. Tag the person. I sometimes try to do, if I post anything about Youth Impact Parliament and the few that I know on LinkedIn, I tag them. But most of them are not active. So even though when I tag them, it doesn't really, they don't really see it because they are not active there. They barely come there. And what is the advantage of LinkedIn algorithm is that when you tag people and the people don't come to engage with the post, the algorithm sometimes takes it as a spam. That is why the people don't want to mind it. That is one of the things algorithm also does as well. But if we get to educate ourselves that this is what we want to use the platform for, we promote Youth Impact Parliament and at the same time build our personal brands as youth parliamentarians who are interested in parliamentary practice, youth leadership, governance, and all that. We can't but cut some part of these videos of presentations at the floor of parliament and add our voice to it and share and tag one another. Imagine you make a post and you tag 20 Youth Impact parliamentarians and all of them come and they come and communicate, or they come and engage with the post. At least that is 20 comments, that is 20 engagement, and you will definitely reply them. By the time you'll be done, you have about 60 to 100, and you are telling the algorithm that you are active, and they will recommend you guys to more people, or they will recommend us to more people to view. And it's not just about people getting to know you or getting to know about Youth Impact Parliament. Whatever you are doing in your small corner, if people don't know about it, you are wasting your energy in the time that we live in now. It's good to have it for the records that, oh, I was at a youth parliamentary sitting and all that. But where we want to go as growing adults or as young people growing, where you want to go, you can't keep whatever you are doing behind the scenes. You have to share your journey to make it real, so that when one day you finally reach wherever you are going, people can point back and say, oh, you remember when you started, remember when you used to go for Youth Impact parliamentary sitting and you post about it, you share about this. No wonder you are so and so and so and so. That is how it should work. So that is what I would say. We should take advantage of how the algorithm is working these days and use one another to help one another grow. That is what I would say, sir.
Wow. Thank you very much. Let me open the floor for my colleagues to also ask questions.
Sure, sir.
Um, Mary, Louis, and Huakwe. Do you have any questions?
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mine is not a question, but I just want to thank the Honorable for the good presentation and also educating us on how to actually build ourselves on the internet and then create a niche for ourselves. So that is all I have to say. Thank you very much.
Good.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable. Mine too is not a question per se, but it's also as a form of contribution. I want to also say a very big thank you to the Honorable Member for this educative talk. Because I, for one, I have a LinkedIn account, but to be frank and sincere, I didn't really know that it can be this useful, or I can use it to also impact others. Because I came on LinkedIn when I was actually looking for a job, and then it was recommended for me. So it was only today that I'm getting to know much about it, that it is not only for job purposes, but rather we can also impart or engage our others and then build community and engage our posts. So it is a good thing. We've learned a lot, and I want to recommend if we can get the slides in soft copy, so that um because of network, some of the things we miss them, but if we can have the slides in a soft copy, it can help us to revise once more and then put it into practice, so that it won't be just that we listen and we did not do anything about it. For me, for instance, I heard a part that he was saying that we should go and then input our company names or whatever your social media names on a Google AI model to find out if you have an identity. I tried it and I realized that no, I wasn't. They didn't really bring anything about me, but rather they brought about others. It's like I wasn't. I don't know whether I wasn't specific. So the question I wanted to ask is that, so if my name, I tried and my name wasn't there, what can I do? How do I input my name, or how do I make AI to recognize my social media handle? So that's my question. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. This is a very elaborative contribution and question in the end. You see what I just said? This is a very elaborative. That's how I comment on LinkedIn. Some of the examples I made are sometimes how I comment. This is a very thoughtful and educative piece. And I don't know, it becomes actually part of me that this is when I'm commenting or talking to someone, I use the words insightful, impactful, educative. Like, it's just getting into my head. But yes, that is how you go about it. You build a community. And about a job, even me, I got to LinkedIn because of jobs. I heard there are jobs there. But when I got there, I realized that I didn't have any skill that would give me the jobs that are there. I didn't have any useful skill. That is what most people go there to do. I've met a couple of people. Usually, when I'm on the platform and I meet people that I know, and maybe they just get to the platform new, I ask, "What brought you here?" And mostly they say, "Someone told me to go to LinkedIn because there are jobs there." And I ask, "So what can you do?" And they can't tell me what they can do. And these are people that have degree, but they are there because of the degree that they have. But aside the degree, can you speak publicly that someone wants to employ you and put you in the how do you call it, public relations department? quickly before I answer you, let me make this example. Not an example. There's this man called Dr. Asian. I think he works with Car Bank also. You can check him out on Facebook. He's a career coach. Dr. Stephen Asian also. I was at a program with him recently. He made an example of a national service person in his department. And he said about 25 of them, when they came, this year, the event was on 7th February. In fact, 7th March rather. Yes, that was a Saturday. He said about 25 of them studied HR. And he asked them, aside the HR, aside the human resource management that you studied, what else can you do? Before they will put them in there. Because if they can't do anything else, that means that they will just be there and they'll be sending them every day because they will not be the HR manager. So what else would they do? They'll go and buy beans and buy Koligo for the people every day. And he doesn't like that. So one said, oh, he knows how to use Excel. He knows how to use PowerPoint. They say, okay, then come and become a PA. And he has been working on his PowerPoint presentations and all that. One also said she knows how to do organization. She can organize events, organize programs. See, quickly send them to operations department. One said he is confident, he can speak and all that. And he took him to the public relations department, even though you studied HR. So that means that regardless of the course you studied, you can add extra skills to yourself that even when they employ you in a certain industry, your skill will be put to use. So he asked the question, aside your degree, what value can you offer? And these values can be communicated on a professional platform like LinkedIn. So when you are sharing your post, you are sharing your journey. Oh, wow, when you are posting about your graduation, you didn't just use the opportunity to get a certificate or A4 sheet to go home. You use the opportunity to start so and so business that you are still running. You use the opportunity to become so and so person. You add the achievement, you add all that to be able to do. Then it tells the recruiter that, oh, this person is not just having A4 sheets or a degree. This person has organizational skills. This person has people management skills. This person has accounting knowledge, not just the book. So that is a very well thought contribution that you've made. So maybe you just brought this one to my mind. I decided to just add it to it. So to your answer, if you search your name on LinkedIn, on Google, and under the AI mode, and you don't see anything there, it doesn't really mean that AI doesn't recognize you. The only thing it means is that AI has searched all over internet, but he has not really seen anything that it will say about you. Or unless, of course, maybe you don't use the same name on all the platforms. Maybe on Facebook, you are called Mary Magdalene on Facebook. Then on LinkedIn, you are called maybe Jesus Mother. Then on TikTok, maybe you name yourself Mary from Bible. You name yourself separate. It's very difficult for someone to easily identify you. So for me, I use the same name across all social media platforms. People say sometimes when you say certain things on social media, it can go and affect your workplace. People can take your post and go and show to your boss and they'll fire you. Immediately you fire me. But I use the same name across all social media platforms so that people can easily identify you. When you apply for a job, even on your CV, even these days when you apply for work or you apply for anything, they ask you add your Facebook URL or add your LinkedIn URL. That link, when the company clicks on it or when they search it, they will go straight to your account. They will go straight to your account. So when you use the Google to search and it doesn't show up, it just means that you have not really become very active for the account or for AI to recognize that you're on the platform. You are there all right, but it has not really recognized your full participation on the platform. So to get noticed, optimize your profile. And I spoke about profile optimization. You put a proper picture, professional one, you add a bio, say something about yourself, you add some of your skills, you share, you become consistent on things you share, you contribute to discussions, meaningful discussions. You give yourself a title. For me, I call myself Youth Development Advocate. So when you search me, like under the AI mode, Richard K. Amenyah. In fact, there's someone that is also called Dr. Richard Amenyah. He's not even in Ghana. So anytime I search it, he comes up. I'm like, this man, he has spoiling my thing. So sometimes the AI mode will mix up. It will write about me and add, oh, also there's one called Richard Amenyah, but he's a health professional. And I'm like, end over there, end over there. I don't want further. So I'm trying as much as possible to also do it to this. And when somebody searches Richard Amenyah, I should be the first person to pop up. That is what happens. Being the first person to pop up means that the person with the name Richard K. Amenyah means that you have become very active and the AI or the algorithm has recognized that as far as the internet is concerned, called Richard Amenyah, they will not even show up before you. Will be the first to show up. That is what the algorithm does. So if somebody doesn't show, yes means that maybe the person is at the far, far bottom and the AI system has not recognized the person yet. So it is not too late. There's always opportunity to start. Every day is a chance to start. Every second is an opportunity to start your personal branding journey. You can even use this midnight bundle from 12 o'clock to 5 to just go to Facebook or a LinkedIn to just spend time on your profile, add the relevant things that needed to be added, and after some time, you start seeing the results of it. That is what I can see. And for the slides as well, Mr. President will be sharing it with you all. I think he already has it, so you shared it with you all. Thank you. I don't know if I've answered you though, but
Sure, please, you have answered. Thank you so much.
you are welcome so much.
Doche, you can ask your question. Samson Doche, I think his network is worrying him.
I think sometimes network gets very bad in the night like this. So.
Mm-hmm. It does. Luis, any question?
No, please. I just want to thank our Honorable Jones for the opportunity, and we have added impact and another knowledge. Even though we know much, but we have added another one that will grow our social media platform or our media platform to be useful for us. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
You are most welcome for the opportunity.
Yes, I wanted to ask, some people deliberately do not want to be on social media. I think you spoke about it a little bit, but not in deep, about the fear of being choked with social media. But at the end of the day, they are the ones who are always on social media 24/7, checking other people's media. And right now, you can't run away from the digital presence. What is a direct advice you can give to them on how they are doing?
Hey. Growing up, we were told that hide your successes, hide your wins, whatever you have. If you graduate, don't go and share about the graduation because people like Nipa and Suru Nipa, human being wicked, they will kill you and all those stuff. We were told those things. So some of us, it shaped our understanding. It told us that people are wicked, so don't go and share on social media that you have graduated from university, else your village people will follow you. We were taught those things. I won't dispute that. We were taught. So most of us, honestly, most of us, it is still in us. Most of us, maybe except those who were born, maybe not even the Gen Z, the latter stage of Gen Z, maybe from 2000 and maybe from 2010 or from 2000 and 98 going, but the early Gen Zs from 1997, 98 to 2005, they may have heard a lot of these things. Even if you are born in the rural locations, right, you hear that even don't post your picture on social media. People can take your picture to the Jew person and they will do something to you, so you shouldn't. So it has entered our mind to the extent that if you are sharing your information on social media, sometimes you feel, hey, am I not bragging that somebody will get annoyed and go and do something to you and all that? But I think it is high time that we break that mindset. I'm not disputing that evil is there. Evil is there. People are giving me self are wicked, like stay wicked. Almost all of us have a certain form of wickedness in us. But in the world that we find ourselves in now, in the age we are in, I believe technology will come and pass. It has come to stay though, but a time will come that maybe social media will not be the issue because there were times that they were also enjoying other things. So I believe a time will come that maybe internet may pass. But as we are here, as a young person, as a growing professional, and you really, really, really want to be global, unless of course you want to be a local champion. There's nothing wrong about that. But as a person, you should think big. You should dream big. So whilst you are in your small corner, you are doing something. Think global. Think of opportunities outside your terrain. And when you are doing that, you can't but publicize whatever you are doing. So in the midst of publicizing, you have to share your image. You have to create an identity for yourself. There's this popular saying, if you don't create your identity, the social media or people will create the identity for you. If you don't create a brand for yourself, other people will go and say whatever they want to say somewhere else and they will create a brand for you. People will say, ah, I heard this, oh, I heard that, oh. It's because they've heard people saying something about you. So I would say that yes, we'll admit that that mindset is there, but let's get ourselves abreast with the system we are in. We don't mean you should become social media addicts, but promote what you are doing. Build a brand for yourself. Unless you don't want opportunities. For me, I want opportunities. No, everybody like better thing. Maybe, but maybe I don't know for you, but me, I like better thing. So I want to get global. I want to be bigger. I want to get better at whatever I'm doing. And whilst doing that, you seek for opportunities beyond your comfort zone. And that means that you will have to become someone that is exposed to people. And as we say, the world is who you know, Ghana is who you know. How do you get to know people? You get to know people by being on the media, like how it has become now. You build connections through the media. If you are being strategic, you meet certain people on the media. You may meet your business partner on the media. You may meet your mentor, the one who is supposed to probably motivate you and guide you to achieve your full potential is on the media. So yes, we just have to be very intentional. I think maybe that is what has been moving me. I've just been intentional because I also had that mindset growing up that you don't share your picture on social media, else people can take it to the human and do something to you. So let's just be intentional and let's not make it like you are boasting. Maybe sometimes people write in a way that this person is boasting, this person is boastful, you are just talking anyhow. But as youth leaders, I know we all know how we should construct our words so that we don't go about boasting for someone to get jealous, or someone to get angry, for someone to wish us evil. Let's just be guided in our ways and strive to get better. Strive to get better. That is what I think I can say about that part, sir. Yes, so that is what I have to say about that. I don't know if I've answered it so well, but that is what I think. Mr. President, can anybody hear me?
Yes, please, I can hear
Yeah, we
you.
can hear you.
Okay. I think maybe President is having some little network challenge. Maybe he can't hear us. So.
Oh, I'm listening. I'm
Okay.
following very well.
Yes. I was like, that's what I had to say. I was done with the submission.
Okay. Thank you. I hope my brothers who are doing that thing can repent. The thing, I myself, I have a controlled media space. I post what I want people to see.
Yeah.
If I'm not interested in them seeing it, I will not post it.
Mm,
It's as simple as that. So I don't know why they should be scared of the social media. See, we are all not interested in telling the world our next step. But it is steps that if they know of it has nothing, will not spoil anything. Come on, just share it there. Mm.
that mindset has really, for me, it's something I've heard growing up. It was really in my mind. It has been in my mind. And if you are not intentional, it will just overpower your mind, and you'll be anon. You will join the comment readers, and yes, comment readers association. Then you'll be part of the consumers or the media space and not also benefit anything. You will consume and learn though, but yeah. So that is a little I can say about that.
Yes, great. So please, are there any more questions or contributions so that we move to his closing remarks? Okay.
Okay, Honorable
I'll
Jones,
take it. Yes, please.
No,
You can
please.
proceed.
please can you hear me?
Yes, proceed.
Okay, so I've just tried my hands on something again with searching the profile on the AI model. So this time around, when I did it, it's like a whole lot came. So just to read a few, I used exactly as he said the name that I use on my most media handles. Then it came, and they wrote some few things as a Ghanaian professional and a youth leader. And then they brought out some notable involvements like the Youth Impact Parliament. She's an active member or a leader within the Youth Impact Parliament. And they also wrote an organization focused on empowering youth in Ghana. And then they added in March 2026, she was featured in the Trip to Parliament initiative. And then they also brought about my professional background, my education, and everything. So I think tonight I have learned something. Thank you
Wow.
so much,
Wow.
Honorable
Wow.
Richard.
Yeah, practicing the thing as we are saying it there.
Yes, so
That's nice. So you can control what you want the AI to tell you by just becoming more involved in whatever brand you want to create after some time, and it will. So what the AI has done is that it went through all your social media accounts. It analyzed it within few seconds and came out with what you are known for, or what your profile is saying, what you have been doing using your account for, what you post, what you share about. It scanned through it within seconds and it's telling you about it. That is what that has just happened there.
Nice. Let's hear from Doche something before your closing remarks.
Thank you very much, Director, for the chance given. I want to thank the speaker so much for his message. Even though I was not at the meeting crowd, but I've heard some part that has inspired me so much. I've also learned a lot. So you only want to thank him very much. Thank you.
You are welcome so much, sir.
Yeah, so Richard, you can go with your closing remarks.
Okay. All right. let me do it the professional way. First of all, I would like to thank the Almighty God for this utmost opportunity given me and bringing us to. I just saw a pastor entering to close us. Pastor Emmanuel Nyante. You're welcome for bringing us.
Thank you, Honorable.
Sure. For bringing us this far and for giving us the insight to engage with one another. And my second thanks goes to the President of the Senate and the Executive Director for the opportunity given me to engage my colleagues. From my earlier submission, I stated that it's an observation I've made while growing up, probably in the past 2, 3 years, that we most at times don't take advantage of the capacity of our friends or our colleagues because they're with us. So we don't really see their usefulness, we don't really see their importance. We don't really take them serious. Honorable Jones, for instance, is very well grounded as far as youth leadership, youth governance, student leadership. Like he has gone through the mill. Like he's well grounded in it. But because he is a friend to most of us, he is a colleague to most of us, you will not really see that importance or that value he carries. But you'll be looking elsewhere for a mentor. You'll be looking elsewhere for someone to guide you to go through a position. Meanwhile, he is there. And it is no fault of ours because we were not taught that our colleagues can be useful to us while growing up. And I'm very much thankful that he is someone that practices that. And this is the second time he's giving me that opportunity. I remember in somewhere last year when you asked Honorable Edward to share on public speaking, and he asked me to get on board to do that presentation for him. So I think he's doing the best for all of us, for giving us the platform to also grow and learn. And for me, anything I talk about, I learn a lot from it that maybe even the people that I've spoken to. I've actually motivated myself to even go and do more, continue building, because I've actually planned that by the time this year ends, I should have gotten 10,000 connections on LinkedIn, and I'm on the way. It's growing. So I'm very much thankful for the opportunity, and to my colleagues too for the thoughtful contribution and coming to listen to your own colleague for me to also way. But thank you for the opportunity given me, and I'm most grateful. I'll see you on the 19th for our anniversary. Thank you once again. Ciao.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, our speaker, for this presentation. I think we started, it's almost 3 hours on this session, and it's because of the value. I'm never discouraged by numbers because, as already stated, the recording will be shared. So more and more people will get to benefit from what you have shared with us. So I want to thank you once again for availing yourself, and then for everyone who has joined this session, for being part of it. And to whoever will be watching the recording, please revive your LinkedIn profile and account, Joe. And yes, and to Youth Impact Parliament, 19th April. We want to see you in our chamber to mark our 5th anniversary. So on that note, let's have a closing prayer from Mary.
All right. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Please, let's pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you. We give you began, we call upon your name. You have seen us through a successful session. and we don't take it for granted. We say that, Lord, it is your doing and it's marvelous in our sight. And Anna, we also ask that whatever that we have studied here will be in our minds, we will use it, and it will not just be in vain. In Jesus' mighty name, we have prayed with thanksgiving. We thank you for the life of our speaker. We thank you for the leadership in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you.